the Saudi League is investing boldly. Boldly, okay? I was shook when I saw that Otavio left Porto, okay? Nobody was expecting that move. And I'm going to say this. In the Saudi Pro League, the best midfield is no doubt of Al-Nassr. In the league, they might not be best positioned right now, which they will be. But they have, in midfield, Sekou Fofana, Brozovic, and Otavio. That is a ridiculous midfield that would be elite in Europe too, playing wise. So, like, what do you think? What do you think? And Laporte, Laporte, sorry, left City. Laporte left City to Al Nassr too.
Yeah.
I was shook with that one.
Yeah. Listen, but you're shook with those. I think the one that has got me over the line that says, "Oh gosh, nobody is safe now," is Gabri Vega. Gabri Vega for me was like, okay, wow. This is a guy that was chased by Napoli, chased by Manchester City at one point. Liverpool, I think, was sniffing around him. Real Madrid. You had quite a few admirers and just up and at him. And yeah, I absolutely love him. And yeah, you know what? I probably will watch him if I can watch him. Oh wait, Fox just bought in the States. Yeah, they just bought their rights, so
Fox
we will
Sports?
be able to watch him. But listen, but here's what's really interesting, because it was that one, I think, where I really started to notice that other
Matthias
professionals,
Jesel.
right?
It's Matthias
Tony
Jessel's
Cruz, right? But Tony, that's true. That's true. Because he is going to Al-Ahli, who is still building, I guess, their core. But
Can I just say this
what was
though?
the big
With
thing?
Al-Ahli with Gabri Vega has Kessié next to him. In center backs, they have Ibanez, Demiral, and then in front they have that front trio of Alan Saint-Maxime, Firmino, and Mahrez. So they're shaping up. They're shaping up.
But listen, if Jesel starts bringing RB Salzburg kids, then I might have to become a fan.
Oscar
I
Klopp.
might if he starts bringing in the Seskos of the world, who are the ones? Samson Baidu, right?
Oh, yeah.
And who's the one I love
Konate.
right now?
You love Konate.
Dijon Kamari. Oh, Karim Konate. That could absolutely happen, in my opinion. And frankly, that's when I have to start thinking. I mean, okay, I'm going to boil it down because I'm not getting political or anything like this. The only thing that I have to say about this that just feels weird, right, is the fact that the money comes from the government and the fact that there are no regulations on it whatsoever. There is no regulatory body per se, except maybe FIFA, when it comes to this money spent. But at the same time, some clubs can look at I mean, the majority of the signings previous to this were players that, like Mitrovic. Getting $53 million for Mitrovic is a hell of a bargain, I think, long term, considering injury history and things like that. So Fulham should actually be happy, even though it did happen with 10 days to go in the flipping window, so that doesn't help long term. But
their window will finish 21st of September.
Right.
I expect many more players, and the biggest players maybe coming after September, Bretson.
Yeah, and that's part of what I mean. Like, they have 3 weeks more to poach these teams. Even Jurgen Klopp's like, oh gosh, what's going to happen? I already lost Fabinho. I already lost whatever. And
Henderson.
And a lot of that comes their different regulatory body, or there is no regulatory body whatsoever. So it's crazy. It's also interesting. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not necessarily judge it per se. I'm going to watch and see how it happens. I'll get out my popcorn. But it is the Gabri Vega signing that has got my attention more so, and I'll say it 15 times from the rooftops, more so than anybody else out there.
Come on,
everybody
Ronaldo.
else is for the most part star power later on in their career, still obviously world-class footballers, but now they're buying wonder kids. Essentially, they're buying players that would be the next face of big club teams. Gabri Vega, and we'll see if that continues. But or is everything going to turn out and be maybe Jota's?
I agree. Well,
You know?
well, Al-Ittihad without Jota, even they're balling out. They have 3 games, 3 wins, which I'll get to that right in a second. But what you saying too? I wanted to say, because I was with Al-Nassr and Al-Hilal. That's quite good with Matthias Jesel. They're playing pretty well too in the Saudi Pro League. They have 7 points right now. But Al-Nassr with Cristiano Ronaldo scored another hat-trick for Al-Nassr. And in his career, he has 63 hat-tricks in his career, the most of any professional footballer ever. And before the age of 30, he had 30 hat tricks. After the age of 30, he has scored 33 hat tricks. That is insane.
Ooh.
He's developing more. And Cristiano Ronaldo, at the age of 38, will have more than 30 goals this year in the 2023, which is fantastic. And I think he's going to break that record in 2024, maybe. Because he's going to be playing the full season, and he will know how to play in the Saudi League too. But you said about the money spent and the highest net spenders in football. It's Saudi Pro League teams and the Premier League teams right now. But Al-Hilal, the highest net spend in football, highest net spenders in football right now. Al-Hilal is first with 352 million. Big up on Neymar to put that number up. Arsenal is second, 201 million. And third is Man United with 154 million. And to give context too, Bournemouth is in seventh with 126 million net spent. Okay, Bournemouth in seventh. That's mad. And they equal the amount that Real Madrid spent this summer. Bournemouth.
Wow.
So I think there was already like a league dominating the football transfer window, because you had Bournemouth equaling Real Madrid beforehand. So I think that was already something that was happening. And now with the Saudi Pro League, they're just going crazy. It's true. And the player, and Al-Hilal is the best team. I'm an Al-Nassr supporter. I am, but Al-Hilal is the team to beat. AFC champions, and Malcolm scored 3 goals in his first game for Al-Hilal. Like, he's right there. Neymar still hasn't played, but Neymar, come on. Koulibaly, Bono, Ruben Neves, Milinkovic-Savic. So I'm gonna see Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad, Al-Hilal, Stevie G. Shout out to Stevie G. He's doing pretty well with Jordan Henderson and Moussa Dembele. And yes, the final thing I wanted to say is Al-Ittihad. And I agree with you, Bretson, that these 4 teams are the teams that are getting more advantages because they have the support of the government. It's factual. Al-Hilal, Al-Nassr, Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad,
Al-Ahli,
and Al-Ahli. The 4 teams have the support of the government. I completely agree. But I think after 3 years, I think they're going to end up by having every team signing players. I think they're going to make it more balanced out. Okay, so it's a wait and see type thing. And Al-Ittihad, I wanted to say Al-Ittihad right now is the team playing best football. Okay, Benzema has 1 goal and 2 assists. Okay, he's balling out, and they have no goals. Al-Ittihad right now has no goals suffered in 3 games. They have no goals suffered. Why? Their double pivot is Kante and Fabinho. Elite, okay, people. So that's what I gotta say. It's a new league, new teams, new shocks, and I think in a year to 2 years' time, I'm gonna agree with Ronaldo that it's a top 5 league, maybe. Okay, because I wasn't expecting Gabri Vega coming. Do you know why I say that, Bretson? What's the difference of a Saudi Pro League right now and a La Liga, a Bundesliga? Is that the fast pace of the game, the quality of the touch, the quality of everything. And right now, with the midfields that are being built, the quickness of the game is elevating every month. By having these midfields, I'm starting to say that in 1 to 2 years' time, this league could be top 5. So let's wait and see.
Oh no! That's no.
Yeah,
no, there's so much more.
Definitely will be ahead of MLS in this case. So,
but MLS is doing it so that they can be a destination league for years and years and years to come. I mean, the Saudi government. But if it depends if they decide they want to spend their money elsewhere. It depends if the government, they just decided. They could have done this 15 years ago. They could have done it 10 years ago. Could have done it 5.
They didn't have the resources so strongly.
They absolutely oil is a resource.
How many people would be at the stadium to watch the games? Like, the country now has much more population, which elevates like the amount of potential that a club has as a brand, I think.
Well, that didn't just happen, sure, overnight.
15 years.
But at the same time, at the same time, they have committed for a kind of 10-year run. But if they decide to pull the plug, the funding's gone, and these contracts aren't Todd Bowley contracts. They're not 8-year contracts here. We're talking about the majority of these players, although there have been some very, very crazy new signings like the Gabri Vega. Heck, they just brought in Habib Diallo, who I thought was going to be Golden Boot winner this year in Ligue 1 if Mbappe was gone too. And I think he's playing for Al Shabaab. But listen, what for me, it's just the fact that it needs to be sustained. It needs to be sustained long term. They have to continue injecting more funds, because this isn't development per se. It's more so buy the stars, let them play, and then it's buying trading cards and then putting them on the field. And if that brings sustained,
I don't agree with you at all, Bretson,
more-
because the people
if it
that are
brings more
organizing the
people
Saudi
into the
Pro
country-
League are the people that organized the Premier League 20 to 30 years ago. They're the same minds, the people that are behind the Saudi Pro League. And you just said it. Fox Sports bought the rights of the Saudi Pro League. So they're
not for a
buying
lot,
the rights
but yeah.
because not for a lot right now. But in 3 to 5 years, with a FIFA Club World Cup elevating the status of these teams, their brand will
still,
elevate
the money
too.
that the money that they get from that, while yes, you get distribution, the money that they get from that means nothing. Means nothing to the Saudi Pro League, right? Because they've already started with a blank check. They've started with a
But they're
blank
being
check.
talked. They just want to be
So
talked more.
there's no real. Well, yeah, I mean, you could buy your way into being talked more. It's whether or not it's sustained or whether or not it's a flash in the pan, which I think is the bigger argument. A lot of people, do I think it's the Chinese Super League anymore?
I
No,
don't.
probably not. No, I'm just saying that, right? Probably not, right? But they started with a blank check. They're buying their league, basically. They're buying all the people for their league. MLS, I don't think there's even a comparison there either, while the goal, I guess, is the same. But MLS has not opened. There's no blank check. There is no, there's actually salary caps and structure
only
and
for
whatever.
Messi right now.
And well, no, Messi still actually fit in under the rules.
It's just
They
the
didn't have to
blank
make a
check
new
for
rule
Apple and
Messi.
Adidas. It's just for a blank check from Apple and Adidas for
but-
Messi.
But listen, that actually incentivizes people
It's
for
good.
growth.
It's good. It's
It
fantastic.
incentivizes people
I'm
for
not
growth.
going against
but the
it.
government ain't giving out equity for government, right? They're not giving out 5% equity. Cristiano Ronaldo, here, have a piece of Saudi Aramco, our biggest company in Saudi Arabia. They're not doing that right now. They might do it maybe with the Pro League. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So it is the only difference I feel is it's transactional. And whether or not that transaction continues or it leads to, which I think we all hope this is what it leads to, the building of the local Saudi Arabian actual footballing economy.
It will.
Right? Or is it just the shift of it? I know you are very confident that it will. I am less confident
Saudi
that it will.
Arabia beat Argentina in this World Cup, and they didn't have the league
Yeah,
that
and
they
then
have
they-
right now. So
And then they stunk. Then they stunk the rest of the way.
that happens. That happens, mate. it's
But
development
and
stages.
Argentina went to win the World Cup. So it was actually they did Argentina a favor, frankly.
Exactly. It's not a favor, but it was a great result, and I'm in the opposite in that end, because investment comes from, like I said at the start of this video, with the Premier League. They were already doing a lot of that, and now it's a new league, it's a new environment. Champions League's going to be changing next year. FIFA Club World Cup's going to be elevating. I think this is going to be a very different world. The culture, this is the important part. That MLS, Saudi Pro League, I think the Saudi Pro League realizes this, that it's the culture. They can't replace the European culture, but they can try and match the quality of play. I don't think they will in 2 to 3 years' time, okay? But they can try, and that's what they're trying to do. But the culture cannot be emulated. So people, let us know, what are you thinking about the Saudi Pro League, everything that's being mentioned. Put your thoughts in the comment section. We want to know what you're thinking about the teams. Who are you supporting too? And what do you think is going to happen in the recent future, people?